Think the best crossover for 2025 wears a fancy badge? You're about to find out why that mistake could end up costing somebody $30,000. Welcome to the ultimate 2025 subcompact SUV value showdown, a clash of the most affordable small crossovers 2025 has to offer. We're finding out which subcompact crossover you should buy without spending a penny more than you need to. Americans love a big SUV, but they don't need a big one. That's why this class, the subcompact class of SUV, is exploding. Subcompact crossovers are the Goldilocks zone of modern motoring, bigger than the hatchback, smaller than a family SUV, and now the fastest growing vehicle class in America. You get height, style, and comfort without requiring a park it permit from NASA. So the question is simple. What are the best value SUVs in America for under $30,000, and who delivers? The contenders: the Volkswagen Taos, Mazda CX-30, Kia's Seltos, Chevy Trax, Hyundai's Kona, and Subaru's Crosstrek. All promise practicality, comfort, and fuel economy on a budget. Who truly nails it? First impressions count, and these crossovers have been hitting the gym. The 2025 Taos still wears VW's clean-cut uniform, crisp lines, LED eyebrows, and a stance that says grown-up golf. The Seltos adds a little swagger, while the CX-30 looks like it shops exclusively at J.Crew. The Trax, it's a new budget hero, all sharp, creased, and confident. The interior tells a big story. You quickly see where each dollar goes and where some manufacturers actually missed a step. VW's cabin is class solid, digital cockpit, slick layout, logical controls. Mazda goes full Audi wannabe with leather look dash panels. Hyundai and Kia bring massive screens. The Chevy gives you space, but the plastic is straight from the early 2000s. Still, for the money, Chevy is tough to fault. Tech sells cars, and everybody's gone touchscreen mad. The Taos offers a tidy 8-inch infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Seltos ups the ante with a 10.25-inch unit. CX-30's infotainment dial may annoy the TikTok generation, but it works. Safety tech? Every one of them comes loaded with forward collision alert, lane assist, and adaptive cruise control if you tick the right boxes. Though, let's be honest, some of these systems are about as intuitive as government tax forms. The Taos menu can require a PhD in finger gymnastics. Mazda's rotary dial looks retro, but you'll love it when the screen doesn't freeze in traffic. Hyundai system, like Netflix on wheels. Right, let's talk about what really matters: how they move. The Taos packs a 1.5-litre turbo with 158 horsepower, surprisingly torquey and efficient. Mazda's CX-30 counters with a 191 horsepower and handling sharp enough to embarrass a few hot hatches. Seltos and Kona split the middle with 195 horsepower turbos in higher trims. The Trax keeps things simple at 137 horsepower. The Crosstrek, slow yes, but nearly unstoppable in bad weather. 0 to 60 may not be your daily metrics, but fuel bills are. The Taos returns up to 36 miles per gallon highway in front-wheel drive forms. The CX-30 hovers around 33, Kona 35, and Seltos roughly the same. Chevy Trax is the wallet winner, sneaking close to 37 miles per gallon. It's a close race, but efficiency and comfort keep VW in the conversation. Subcompact SUV versus crossover SUV. That's where the rubber meets the road. Think about what you actually use your subcompact SUV for. It's often perfectly adequate for most Americans. They don't need to upsize. The smaller footprint makes things a joy to drive. The Taos steering is light and steady, though it's more commuter calm than Canyon Carver. Mazda CX-30 is still the driver's darling, perfectly balanced. Hyundai and Kia split the difference, fun enough but slightly firm suspension. The Crosstrek, meanwhile, feels like a Labrador in hiking boots, ready for the dirt but not the racetrack. The noise of a subcompact SUV is manageable. The ride, cushy enough. And here's the thing, you don't really need to pay a lot more often. The Taos chassis feels capable. You can feel that German engineering. The CX-30 makes every roundabout feel like a dance partner, and the Seltos keeps it lively without beating you up. If your SUV can't fit your Costco run or a couple of dogs, what's the point? The Taos leads the pack in cargo, 27.9 cubic feet behind the seats, 66 cubic feet with them down. That's more than RAV4 10 years ago. Rear legroom is solid and the cabin feels airy. Mazda CX-30, generous but tight, the Trax punches above its price with a massive space. Kona and Seltos balance it well, though Subaru still wins with headroom and dog-friendly adventure vibes. The most affordable small crossover for 2025 starts around $22,000. That's for the Trax, $24,000 for the Seltos, $25,000 for the Taos. Mazda creeps towards $27,000 and Crosstrek over $28,000, once all-wheel drive's included. The best value crossover under $30,000 depends on what you value most, price, refinement, or resale. Speaking of resale value, that's where some of these cheap heroes lose their cape. Mazda and Subaru hold their best value. VW's improving, Hyundai and Kia score with a longer warranty, but drop fast on the used market. Chevy's new design may reverse years of depreciation pain, and at least you'll have cash left over for actual fuel. After a week of driving and far too many spreadsheets, here's the verdict. The 2025 subcompact SUV value camp depends on your priorities. What's the best driver's car? Mazda CX-30. Need space and efficiency? VW Taos. On a tight budget? Chevy Trax. After tech and warranty? Kia Seltos and Hyundai Kona. If your weekend involves mud, dogs and tents, Subaru Crosstrek hands down. And if you're wondering which subcompact you should buy, well, here's the answer. It's not the one that fits your ego, it's the one that fits your life. Because the right subcompact SUV versus compact crossover choice isn't about badge envy, it's about value and actual use. The Taos and its peers proves you can get real practicality and tech without needing a six-figure salary. I'm Nik Miles, and I love my job.